Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be going over Patrick Mahomes. We're going to be looking at his film, and we're going to be discussing why he's the NFL's best quarterback. Before we get started, please drop a like and a sub on today's video. That would really help my channel grow. I would really appreciate it. And with that said, let's dive right into the video, and I hope you enjoy. So, in all these videos that I do on these film analysis videos, I start with the stats. And when we look at Patrick Mahomes, he has been statistically one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL over the past 3 seasons. Last year was no different. In 15 games, he threw for 4,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He also added 300 yards on the ground and 2 rushing touchdowns. So, Mahomes was pretty much second in line for the MVP voting. Rodgers obviously ran away with the MVP at the end of the year. He threw for over 40 touchdowns. But Mahomes was definitely in that conversation because, what he was able to do on the football field. Obviously, the Super Bowl didn't go the way that the Chiefs wanted it to go. Mahomes wasn't able to have that success. And that was because of faulty offensive line play. The Super Bowl was not Mahomes' fault whatsoever. We saw everything that Mahomes did all year with those crazy plays, sidearm throws. He was doing all that. It's just his receivers weren't catching footballs, and his offensive line just was getting absolutely destroyed by the Buccaneers' pass defense and by their rushing defense and their ability to just get to the quarterback with guys like Ndamukong Suh, JPP, Shaq Barrett. So none of that was Mahomes' fault. But now let's dive into the film analysis and really discuss what makes Patrick Mahomes so special and why he's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. So the number thing that I like to talk about with Patrick Mahomes is his arm talent. And this guy has great arm strength. And this is one of the best plays of all of last season that we really saw Mahomes really, utilize his arm strength. That's the number 1 thing that comes to Patrick Mahomes. So this is a play against the Jets. He's ending up going to throw a deep ball to Tyreek Hill. But nonetheless, if we just look at what the Jets defense is going to be able to do right here, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys at the line of scrimmage rushing the quarterback, and then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys back here, which means there's 2 safeties over here in the backside. Basically, what we're going to look at first thing from Mahomes here is not actually the arm talent, but it's actually just understanding where his receiver is. So he wants Tyreek Hill, who's right here. Tyreek Hill's kind of going to run this route, and it's going to be a little bit of a post route that's going to just go to the end zone. As you can see, he's kind of just going to run that route right there. As I said at first, there's going to be 2 safeties in the back end that you can't see right here. There's going to be one all the way back there, and then another one over there on that side. But nonetheless, Mahomes, the first thing he knows is that he wants Tyreek Hill. And what that means is if there's 2 safeties over here, he needs to make sure that the safety on the left side stays to the left. So as you can see, the first thing he does is look towards the left side of the field, and this will allow for the space in the middle of the field to open up for Tyreek Hill. That's the first thing I want to show you. And then simply it's just this throw. Sees that he doesn't really have anything on that side of the field. He's held the safety at this point. The safety is going to be over on that side of the field. And then he simply turns back, looks downfield. He's looking over here, sees that Tyreek Hill is open, and then let's just roll the play. And just look at this arm talent, this arm strength, this power to just drive that ball in there. So as I said, right, there's going to be that safety and there's going to be that safety, and he basically just keeps that safety to the left over there and then is able to just absolutely rifle that ball into an open area, and the Jets defense doesn't have a chance. This is just an absolute gorgeous throw. It's an absolute bullet, line drive, 40 yards. This ball barely has any arc on it, and he's able to just drive this ball right to the end zone for a score, and this is just fantastic. This is what makes the Chiefs offense so special, is because they can score from anywhere on the field because of what Mahomes can do with his arm, and this is a great example of that. Likewise, as I'm going to just keep on talking about it, I think this is his best attribute, so this is why I'm going to talk about it for a little bit at the beginning, but it's just his arm strength, his deep ball accuracy and his arm strength, and right here, it's basically just he sees that he's got this receiver over here in Tyreek Hill who's just going to run a go route, right? And he knows that there's a safety back here, and then he's going to pretty much be lined up with this corner back here, and he's going to have to beat this corner, okay? As Patrick Mahomes knows, Tyreek Hill's always going to be in double coverage. You don't allow Tyreek Hill to just be on one-on-one coverage. That's not what happens, and I'll show you examples of that later in today's video where we'll see Tyreek Hill in one-on-one coverage, and Tyreek Hill will simply just win that. So in this situation, Mahomes is looking left, looking right now, fires deep downfield, and this is just a beautiful throw, right? This is exactly on the money, great throw right at Tyreek Hill over here. It's away from this safety, it's past this corner, it's on the money, and it allows for Tyreek Hill to simply catch that and take it to the house. This is as simple as it gets, right? This is just a great deep throw by Patrick Mahomes, and he did this all year. This is his best attribute, his accuracy and his deep ball ability when throwing the ball deep downfield. And this is what makes him a super special talent, because he's able to pull off plays like this, especially when, there's pressure in the pocket. Like, look at this. And Ndamukong Suh is on him, and yet he's still able to hang in there, take a hit a little bit, and then just throw that ball. Let's see, he catches that at like the 30, throw it at his own 15. It's like a 50, 60 yard pass in the air. Like, this is ridiculous. You don't see quarterbacks in the NFL be able to do this all the time, but Mahomes is one of those special talents that can pull this off, and this is just so impressive here. Once again, it really allows for that Chiefs offense to score from anywhere on the field, and it really allows them to open up. The next play I want to show you is a play where Tyreek Hill is matched up one-on-one. So let's just look at the game situation here for a second. It's 20-10, right, 2nd and 4 in the third quarter, and Mahomes is on his own 19-yard line, okay? On the opponent's 19-yard line. So what he sees right here is he sees one defender here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 defenders. What that means is that this guy's one-on-one, this guy's one-on-one, this guy's one-on-one, this guy's one-on-one, this guy's on one-on-one, and this guy's playing single high safety in the top half of the field. Okay, that's what the defense is doing, okay? And all these guys are going to come and rush the quarterback. This means that Mahomes knows he needs to get the ball out quickly. It also means that he has Tyreek Hill one-on-one on the outside, and Tyreek Hill's simply going to run a go route. Tyreek Hill's the fastest receiver in the NFL, point blank, period. So Mahomes knows that Tyreek Hill is going to beat his man. So the thing I really want to show you here is not just arm talent and arm strength, but also anticipation. So as this play starts, as we can, as I'll just roll the tape a little bit, you can see Mahomes look straight over to Tyreek Hill. And he already sees that Tyreek Hill has the outside, and he's going to be able to just curl around that corner and just beat him to the outside and basically just go straight to the house. And basically Mahomes sees that, and you see right here, it looks like, he's pretty covered right there. Corner's in a good position right on the hip, but Mahomes simply has that anticipation that he knows that Tyreek Hill is simply going to put on those after effects, afterburners, and fire that ball into there, and then you can see what he does there. You see, he's just anticipating, throws the guy open, simply just throws it a little bit in front, and look at that perfect ball placement. Perfect ball placement right onto that shoulder of Tyreek Hill. This is good defense by the corner, but it's just a better throw, better catch, better touchdown grab by Tyreek Hill. And this is just a fantastic ball. Simply anticipation, quick drop back. He realizes the pressure's coming, pocket's going to collapse. You see, as the pocket collapses, he's looking over here, and he's just going to fire this guy open, fire the man open. He trusts his receivers. And this is why this team is so deadly, because Mahomes, if a guy's not open, Mahomes will throw them open because his anticipation is off the charts. And his anticipation is so good because he's got that elite arm strength to go alongside of it, which allows him to make pretty much any throw on the football. And then you get results like this, and it's game over pretty much if you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Another big part of Mahomes' game is his mobility. In this play, he's pretty much going to throw a touchdown pass to his receiver here, and it's because of this creativity and this mobility. What's going to happen is this receiver is going to run this route, and basically what's going to happen is that Mahomes is able to move, right? He's mobile, so he can make the defense move. So as he moves over here, as he moves out there, this guy's going to come across, and he's going to pretty much find Mahomes. Mahomes is going to find him on the run. So as we can see here, right, the play starts, right, with Mahomes in motion, and he catches the ball, right? You see, and as he moves this way, this defense all moves this way too, right? They move with the defense. The offensive line is also pushing this way, if you can see, right? They're all pushing this way, so the defense moves this way. What this allows is all the space open up here for this guy to run into, and this is a really good smart play design by Andy Reid. But more of that later, right? So now as Mahomes turns, right, these guys are all stuck, right? They're flat-footed, and that means that this guy can run in behind on the outside. And now Mahomes can continue to run this way and fire on the run. And this is what he's so good at, firing the run, right? Look, he's looking to the middle of the field, and he's got that arm strength and that arm talent to just fire that ball in there for a touchdown. This is just a really good pinpoint accurate throw. And also, I don't want to make this video too long. It's probably going to be in the 20-minute range, maybe just lower than 20 minutes. But I was going to make another, little section where I talk about his arm talent and, his arm angles. But this is a different arm angle too. This is not something that you necessarily see from him all the time, but he's kind of flinging this sideways. He's so good with his arm angles and getting guys open with those arm angles. This is just another situation where he utilizes an arm angle to, throw a guy open. He's already open, but he's just, he's moving to his right. He's able to throw on the run. That's a huge part of his game. His ability to throw on the run is a huge component to Patrick Mahomes' game, his success, his ability to just be elite in the pocket and outside the pocket, because he can do pretty much anything when it comes to throwing the football. This guy is the best quarterback in the NFL when he comes to, getting pressure on him. When you blitz him, he's arguably better than when you just let him sit in the pocket. And with that said, that's all because of his great mobility and his great arm talent that allows him to make pretty much any throw on the field from any situation, with pressure in his face, with him getting, tackled basically, with him not even having a leg on the air. There was that play in the Super Bowl where, he flung that football like 30 yards without a foot on the ground sideways. So, this guy's got elite arm strength, arm talent, and he's got great mobility that allows him to be very, very good outside the pocket as well as inside the pocket. And this is just a really, solid example of what you're able to do with a guy like Patrick Mahomes and his skill set that just makes the Chiefs offense so dangerous. The next play I want to show you is kind of similar, but it's a little bit different in the fact that he's moving to his left instead of his right, and his ability to throw while moving to his left is something else. So as we see here, the pocket is going to pretty much collapse. So what he wants to do is he has these two receivers here running a route combination where he's going to run inside and then this guy's going to run outside, so that he really wants to throw that over the deep ball. That's pretty much the idea of the play. But that doesn't work. As you see, he twists back that way, tries to fire that deep ball, but he realizes it isn't there. And with that said, then he realizes that there's pressure coming. There's pressure here, pressure here, pressure here, pressure here. So he realizes that he can get outside, right? And if he can get outside, then he can maybe make a play. So as he moves, he's able to just turn away, move, out sprint the defender, and then fire this ball, moving to his left with his right arm, and just firing that ball to Travis Kelce on an absolute dart for a first down. Are you kidding me? You don't see any quarterbacks in the NFL that are able to make the plays like this as consistently and as often as a guy like Patrick Mahomes, and his ability to evade pressure, know where the pressure's coming from, and make great dynamic plays like this, and complete dynamic plays like this, is what makes him so good. His ability to improvise. He's the best improviser in the entire league when it comes to plays breaking down, pressure coming, the play didn't work, let's get outside the pocket, let's go make a play with this. And I talked about it with my Deshaun Watson video when I broke his film down. He's another great improviser. When the play breaks down and when stuff doesn't go right, he is great at, diagnosing where the defense is, where the defense isn't, where the pressure's coming from, where the pressure isn't, and then just going outside the pocket, making a play with his legs, and then using his arm to finish it off. And that's exactly what Mahomes does, if not better than Deshaun Watson. And this is another situation where he uses an arm angle too, different arm angle there. Throwing a little bit more over his head there, and just completing that pass to Travis Kelce. So he mixes up the arm angles. He's able to throw moving to his right. He's able to throw moving to his left. And he's just so good at evading pressure that he makes him so hard to stop when it comes to, getting to him and trying to sack him. It just doesn't happen because he's able to just elude pressure and just get outside the pocket and make big plays with his legs. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on this play right here, but this is another play where Mahomes, this is what Mahomes' skill set allows you. This is the play where it's to Travis Kelce, Travis Kelce's right here, and it's going to be a little, dump off to Travis Kelce, and then Travis Kelce's going to catch it and then take it for a touchdown. I don't want to spend too much time here, but basically the point of this play is for Kelce to pretend that he's blocking here, and then suddenly just go outside his block, let this defender come, and then he's got some space here to work to, score a touchdown. Also, Mahomes does have this ability to go outside here to Tyreek Hill, but the main idea is to get it to Travis Kelce. So he fakes the block, dumps it to Kelce, and then Kelce's able to just, get this key block here by his offensive lineman, and then the entire middle of the field opens up for him somehow, and then he's able to just take it in for a score. And this is textbook Patrick Mahomes, right? Mahomes is so good at doing stuff that other quarterbacks can't do, and that's basically him just playing backyard football. This is simple backyard football. It's just a little pitch in front of you to your tight end, and he takes it in for a touchdown. And, most quarterbacks in the NFL wouldn't be comfortable doing this. They like to be, in a clean pocket, in a clean area, without, there's not really much pressure coming. There's good blocking up front. And then they like to just sit back there and find a guy. Mahomes, what he does is because his motion and his mobility and his ability to move and his ability to be accurate while moving and do a ton of stuff that other quarterbacks can't do, that's when you get plays like this that are just such game openers and they open up an offense. So really, it's Mahomes' skill set and his ability to, make things out of nothing, make big plays happen with his legs and with his arm that allows you to open up a playbook and allows him to be really successful and really open up this Chiefs offense. And this is just a really good example of him playing backyard football, which is what he does best. As I said, he's the best improviser in the NFL. And one of those reasons that he's the best improviser in the NFL, sure, yeah, he's great mobility, great arm strength, great accuracy, but it's also his ability to just play backyard football pretty much anytime he wants to. And yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to when it comes to Mahomes' film analysis. Another thing I want to talk about is, he was only sacked 22 times last year, but the real reason he was only sacked 22 times last year is not because his offensive line was really good. It's because he is really good, and he's so good at evading and eluding pressure. But this guy was pressured a lot. So in the offseason, I'm really looking for the Chiefs to go out and get some offensive line help. Obviously, in the Super Bowl, that was not something that they really had, right? The offensive line was not there in the Super Bowl, right? It just wasn't there. Obviously, they were down their left tackle, their right tackle. They had offensive line issues, and that was a huge storyline. That was something I predicted at the start of that game. If you watch my Super Bowl storylines, that was my first storyline to watch out for, the Chiefs' offensive line issues. But nonetheless, that was the real heartbreak for Mahomes and the Chiefs. It was the offensive line. Yet, what Mahomes is able to do on the football field with his mobility, his strong and elite arm talent, his ability to improvise, and his ability to play backyard football, those are the things that make him an elite NFL quarterback, that make him the best quarterback in the NFL, that make him at the top of the quarterback carousel when it comes to all the quarterbacks in the NFL. He is the best at it because he's so good and dynamic in open space. He's good with his legs, good with his arms, and he's the perfect storm. He's the perfect package. When you put him all together, he's just such a dangerous player that he's just so dynamic in open space. He's dynamic with his arm, dynamic with his legs. He's also really smart, as I showed you a few in those early plays. He understands the matchups that his receivers have. If Tyreek Hill's one-on-one, he's going to go try and find Tyreek Hill. He doesn't force the ball, right? But he's smart with the football. He doesn't really throw interceptions. He has great arm strength, arm talent, legs, mobility, uses all that really well. And then he uses his eyes and his shoulders and his arm talent and his ability to change up his arm angles and make guys open with his arm angles. And then most importantly, his ability to throw on the run. You put all that together, and you just don't see any quarterbacks do it. You'll see other quarterbacks have some of those same skill sets, but you don't see any quarterbacks have all those skill sets together and at the same level that Patrick Mahomes does. So for those reasons, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. And with that said, that's pretty much going to end the video for today. Did you agree with my analysis? Why or why not? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you're new around here, please drop a like and a sub on today's video. I'd really appreciate that. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, see ya.